Okay, ladies and gents, I finally decided to do my 32X review. The 32X is a mushroom that you place on top of your Genesis to get improved graphics and sound, supposedly. It came out in 1994, near the end of the Genesis and Super Nintendo battle, and Sega released this to try and stay competitive. Nintendo was releasing a bunch of 3D games as well with their Super FX chip, and they had games like Star Fox and Stunt Race FX and Doom. They also have Doom for this, but this thing sucks. People really lined up to have this thing, but it was released too late in the Genesis life cycle, and people just didn't want it anymore. The games were terrible. There's only like 3 games really worth owning for this system, and I'm going to play a few of them. If you'll notice, I'm actually playing it on the piece of crap Model 2. That's because for some reason 32X doesn't work right on my Model 1. It's no big deal. The only big difference is the sound sucks on this one. The games I'm going to be playing are the only ones I have. I have Metalhead, which is like a mech battle game. Afterburner, if you don't know what Afterburner is. Virtua Fighter, which is the first 3D fighting game. Virtua Racing, the first 3D racing game. Star Wars Arcade, one of the few games owning. And Doom. This was actually one of the first ports of Doom. Now you notice I don't have Knuckles Chaotix. That's because I sold it. It's actually worth a lot of money, surprisingly. But really, if you really want to see it played, just think of Sonic with chains. That's pretty much it. It's only worth playing once, and that's why I sold it. Alright, let's start with one of these games. And I forgot to mention, look at the boxes. Alright, the first game I'm going to play is Virtua Fighter. This is probably... Whoa, listen to that sound! It probably shows off the 32X's plus is the best. So here's the characters. Their faces are friggin' blocky. I'll pick Akira, whatever. Yeah.
Fight one, ready.
Notice how everything's pretty bland. Look how far. Look at this. Look how high I can jump. Whoa! Yaw! Yaw! Surprisingly, this actually isn't a really bad fighting game. But it's different. And the time limit is only like 30 seconds, and you have to, it's basically a button masher. But anyway, look at the graphics. They're not textured or anything, but they were still impressive for the time. This was 1994, remember. Come on, stupid jerky! No! Eat it! Oh, crap. Hold on, I gotta... No! Alright, well, you get it. Yeah, the graphics are not too bad, but if they would have just waited a year, the Saturn's graphics would have been tons better. Alright, let's go on to Virtual Racing. So this is the first 3D racing game. This was actually really popular in the arcades until Daytona USA came out. That was the first texture-mapped game. But the graphics in this one are actually quite impressive. They,
Virtual Racing.
Whoa! Everything actually has some kind of look. Look. Well, okay, the people don't look like people, but... Well, we got 60 frames per second here, which is pretty impressive for this little crappy console. You can see the trees, you can see the skid marks on the ground. Really, if I was a kid in 1984, I'd be like, holy crap. Right now you're like, holy crap is right, it sucks, but it was really impressive for the time. All the sound effects are there. Yeah, it's actually a really... This is probably one of the few games that's worth owning for the 32X. But only if you're really into racing games. Okay, the next game I'm going to play is Afterburner. Afterburner is nothing special at all, and you'll see why. Okay, this was probably the only part of the whole game that the 32X is used for. The rest of it is easily done on the Genesis. In fact, this game came out for the Genesis, so I don't even really know why I have it for the 32X. I think it was on sale for $5 or something. Anyway, this is a cool game. You shoot you shoot other airplanes out of the sky, and everything scrolls, and you can do flips and afterburning, and whee! Oh, I just got shot out of the air. But yeah, there's really nothing special about this game at all. It can easily be done on the Genesis. The graphics aren't amazing, considering what's amazing on it, but anyway, if you have a Genesis, just pick this game up for the Genesis. I mean, it's really fun. It reminds me of Space Harrier, which is also another game you should get.